Do you ever find yourself staring at a pile of invoices, wondering how to keep track of what's been paid and what's still outstanding? It's a common headache for many service businesses. You've done the hard work, delivered the service, and now it's time to get paid. But the administrative side of things can sometimes feel like another job entirely. Imagine this: you've just finished a fantastic landscaping project, the client is thrilled, and they've handed you a check. Great, but now what? How do you update your records to reflect that payment? How do you ensure you don't accidentally send a follow-up reminder for an already paid invoice? And what about tracking your revenue accurately for tax purposes? This is where a robust system for marking invoices paid becomes absolutely critical. For many small to medium-sized service businesses, tools like Jobber have become indispensable for streamlining operations, from scheduling and dispatching to invoicing and customer management. But even with powerful software, knowing how to leverage all its features effectively is key. Today, we're going to dive into a crucial aspect of financial management within Jobber: how to correctly and efficiently mark an invoice as paid. Why is this so important? Well, beyond the obvious benefit of knowing who owes you money, accurately marking invoices paid directly impacts your cash flow visibility. It helps you reconcile your bank statements, generate accurate financial reports, and ultimately make better business decisions. Without this step, your financial data becomes a jumbled mess, leading to potential accounting errors, frustrated clients, and a significant amount of wasted time trying to untangle it all. So, let's cut through the confusion and get you mastering this essential Jobber function. There are a few primary ways to mark an invoice paid in Jobber, each catering to slightly different scenarios. We'll walk through each method, step by step, to ensure you're comfortable with all of them. The most common scenario is when you've received a payment directly for a specific invoice. To mark an invoice paid in Jobber, you'll first navigate to the invoice itself. You can do this by going to the Invoices tab in your Jobber sidebar and locating the invoice you want to update. Once you've opened the invoice, you'll see an Add Payment button. Clicking this button will open a new window where you can input the payment details. Here, you'll be prompted to enter the payment amount. It's crucial to ensure this matches the exact amount received. Next, you'll select the payment method. Jobber offers a variety of options, including cash, check, credit card, bank transfer, and even online payments if you have that integrated. Choosing the correct payment method is important for your accounting records. You can also add a reference number, which is particularly useful for check numbers or transaction IDs from online payments. This reference number can be a lifesaver when reconciling your bank statements later. Finally, you'll select the date the payment was received. This is often the current date, but if you're catching up on administrative tasks, you might need to backdate it to the actual payment receipt date. Once all the details are entered, click Save Payment. Jobber will then update the invoice status to paid or partially paid if only a partial payment was made. You'll also see the remaining balance clearly displayed on the invoice. What if a client pays you for multiple invoices with a single payment? This is a common situation, especially with ongoing clients. Jobber handles this gracefully. Instead of going into each individual invoice, you can actually record a payment from the client's profile. Navigate to the client's profile in Jobber. Once there, you'll see a Billing tab. Under this tab, you'll find a section for Outstanding Invoices. Here, you can select Record Payment. This will bring up a window similar to the one we saw for individual invoices, but with an added feature: the ability to apply the payment to multiple invoices. You'll enter the total payment amount received. Then, you can allocate that amount across the outstanding invoices by entering the specific amount to be applied to each one. Jobber will automatically calculate the remaining balance as you allocate. This is incredibly efficient and prevents you from having to open and update each invoice separately. Again, remember to select the payment method, add any relevant reference numbers, and input the payment date before saving. Another scenario is when a client pays via Jobber Payments, the integrated online payment system. If you have Jobber Payments set up, your clients can pay their invoices directly online. When a client pays through this method, Jobber automatically marks the invoice as paid. You won't need to manually intervene, which is a huge time saver. You'll receive a notification that the payment has been processed, and the invoice status will update in real time. This automation is one of the biggest advantages of using jobber payments, as it significantly reduces manual reconciliation and potential errors. Sometimes you might need to make an adjustment to an invoice, or perhaps you've issued a refund. While not strictly marking as paid, it's important to know how to handle these situations within the payment recording process. If you need to record a credit or a refund, you would typically do this from the Add Payment section as well. Instead of adding a positive payment, you would enter a negative amount to reflect a credit or a refund. This ensures your financial records are accurate and you're not showing a balance that doesn't truly exist. After you've marked an invoice paid, Jobber provides excellent reporting tools to help you track your revenue. You can go to the Reports section and look for reports like Payments Collected or Invoice Details. These reports will give you a comprehensive overview of your financial performance, showing you which invoices have been paid, by whom, and through what method. This data is invaluable for understanding your business's financial health, identifying trends, and making informed decisions about pricing, services, and growth. A common pitfall to avoid is forgetting to mark an invoice paid in a timely manner. This can lead to clients receiving overdue notices for invoices they've already settled, causing frustration and potentially damaging your client relationships. Make it a habit to mark invoices paid as soon as you receive the payment. Setting aside dedicated time each day or week for administrative tasks, including payment processing, can help maintain accurate records. Another tip is to always double-check the payment details before saving. A small typo in the amount or the reference number can lead to confusion down the line. It's a quick check that can save you a lot of headaches during reconciliation. And if you're ever unsure about a payment, reach out to the client for clarification before making assumptions. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.